What a nice surprise.
This
You
is,
know,
this is my wife, Shannon.
hi Sharon.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? How are
Wonderful.
you?
Wonderful. Thank you.
I was waiting to talk and see Brent, for such a long time, and my efforts were, did not manage. And thanks God, recently, a few months ago, we already re-established contact, and now I'm seeing you in real colors online. What a surprise! How beautiful!
It's wonderful to see you, and thank you, thank you, thank you for what you've done for me.
In 2000, Brent experienced the first symptoms of a devastating diagnosis, primary progressive MS. The condition progressed rapidly and gradually stole away his independence. By 2008, confined to a wheelchair, he found hope at Biotherapy International. Here, he accessed the transformative potential of mesenchymal stem cell treatment.
Yes, I
And
meet a lot of people in Canada and from the United States that they tell me about family members that have MS, and I explain to them I have MS, and like when I'm shoveling snow and people say, "You don't have MS, look at you," and I say, "Yes, I do." And it's thanks to Professor Slavin in Israel, who did my stem cells, and I explained about the extracting the bone marrow from my hips, and that you infused 49 million clean cells. And they say you would never know that you have MS. And I said, that is an honor to hear that. God has given me a gift. And I always explain to people that I people will go to an in-house meeting, and where they're visiting friends, and they'll say, "I'm the luckiest man in the world," and I tell them, "No, now you have met the most fortunate, blessed, luckiest person in the world, and that's thanks to you."
thank you. That's our duty, and that's what we are trying to do. And of course, we are trying over time to improve and make things better. Of course, not only for MS, also for cancer. Our expertise, as you know, is cell therapy, cellular therapy. And cellular therapy is the answer for autoimmune diseases, regenerative purposes. Of course, the brain is number one, but also we can regenerate some other organs. Sometimes, we can regenerate the pancreas in early stage diabetes. Yeah, we can regenerate some kidney failures sometimes. But of course, the brain is the most important. This is the king organ, and that's the most complicated organ. And if we can improve the neurological status of patients, of course, there's nothing that makes us happier, and of course, MS is such a frequent disease, and patients with MS are always so disappointed and they think it's the end of the world. And that's why it's so important to show guys like you to tell the world that, hey guys, uh, that's uh, that's not the end of the world. We can sometimes make progress. Sometimes we can make a difference. And of course, the mesenchymal stromal cells, the cells that you received, have a property, a double property. First of all, they can downregulate inflammation, and of course, autoimmune disease is inflammatory process against the brain. Number two, they can also differentiate to other cells. They can develop into cells that resemble other cells of other organs. And that's why they are so important. And that's why they have such an important role in treating many diseases. And therefore, unfortunately, it is still considered experimental. Many countries don't allow it. They have all kinds of strange restrictions for because of regulatory issues that are really non-issues. Because we have done treatment with mesenchymal stem cells for more than 500 patients.
More than 1,500 patients have already been treated with multipotent mesenchymal stem cells at Biotherapy International. Around 500 of them suffered from multiple sclerosis and other neurodegenerative diseases. Most reported a positive effect from the treatment, including partial or complete remission.
And we never saw any major side effect. So it is a safe treatment. And you are the classical example to show it can also work.
Well, and before I came to Israel, I had my MS doctor who started with me in 2000. He suggested that I sell my company because of the amount of pressure that I was on, and he felt that that was affecting my mobility, and I was very close to being in a wheelchair, not quite, but very close. And I talked to him right after that I'd researched and then talked to you. I talked to him and I said, if you were in my position, would you go for stem cells? And they have to be so cautious. And he said, you could come home a lot worse. And I said, my prognosis right now is not good. And I said, please answer my question. If you were in my position, would you do it? And he said, yes. And my family doctor and my neuropsychiatrist, they all say the same thing to me. It doesn't matter which God you pray to your God. And it is always so positive. And I love going to my appointments, and I stay on top of my health. And I've recently lost quite a bit of weight. I was heavy just because I wasn't eating properly and I wasn't getting enough exercise. But in my life, I spend a lot of time doing things, fixing things, working on things. So the other day, I had to put a new battery in my Mercedes, and the battery was 41 kg, and it was real difficult place to put it. I was able to lift it in, put it in, and fix it up, and so.
So you lifted 41 kg.
Yeah.
So you're stronger than me then.
41 kg. So I carry it over with one hand, and when I have to lift it into the vehicle, two hands
Wow.
to place it. So my strength is good. I do a lot of word puzzles and number puzzles. So I try and keep my brain very active, and it helps a lot.
It's hard to believe, I think you came to us in 2008. So
Yes.
we are now 14 years later, right?
Yes.
14 years later, and you're still strong. And you know what? Not only you are strong, I want to see also how you walk in a minute, but it's amazing that your speech is also much, much better, because I have a recording closer to the event, and you spoke really, it was a slurred speech, very slow,
Yes.
very heavy, and now you're talking like, like normal.
Yes.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
It is. Again, thank you. Just my life is so good and so positive, and we're very, very happy people, and I'm blessed.
Dear sir, Dr. Slavin, it has been approximately 10 years since you gave me my stem cells. Your team was fantastic, as were you. I have just felt so good for the past 10 years. I have movement, I can walk. I was very close to a wheelchair when we saw each other. I have full mobility. I can just move around and do things. very active in my lifestyle. I fix things, I build things with wood. We work on our motorhome. There's some stretches that I do and just kind of keep myself, limber and, like I say, lifting things and just staying active, building things. And this name was damaged when I was 16 years old in a corral with cow. And so it bends out, but doesn't stop me from doing anything. And I had people from all over the world contact me.
Really?
Some of them they had to use on the computer a translation from whatever language they spoke to English, so that we could go back and forth. And so I have spoken with a lot of people from around the world. I'll show you something that I brought back besides good health. Can you see that?
Yes. What is it? Wow.
That's Joseph, Mary, and baby Jesus. And I bought that in Jerusalem.
Ah, very nice.
Yes. So that stays in our house on display with me on display.
Okay. I see. Okay.
And I thank you kindly so much.
I really appreciate your not only a great patient, but also a great man, I would say. You care about others, and I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you. And
And thanks for your time. Also, thank your wife for the time.
no problem.
Hi. Thank you very much. And we will see you both on the farm again. We don't want to lose you. We will continue to watch you.